and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I have finished my love edition of the PaintGem minis. So I need to de-kit, which means I get to kit up another one as well, which is exciting. But yeah, they're all finished. I will do popping these away in a display book in sort of another video. The tray I was using and the pen doesn't fit in once they're all done with the top on, like the pen may have done, but I've taken those out. But I do need to pop all these away. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my Heaven and Earth Design spares box. I still have one black and white Heaven and Earth design that I'm doing, which is this one, Mini Beautiful Light, that I'm still collecting colours for. I haven't done a stock check to see if I'm near enough or anything like that. There's only 15 colours in it, so I'm just keep collecting them for now until I've finished my big project. I don't think I have any particular greys in here. No, I don't. So I'm not going to need any of those. Do I have any 762? It may be that I've brought this box in for no reason. 3072, which is a green. No. Dark grey, 3779. No. And 3865, of which I have 5200. Okay, so I can pop some 5200 away. Woohoo! That's one of them. I also have forgot to bring my bag of black diamonds in again. I think I did that last time. I forgot to bring my bag of black diamonds in, but that's fine because I do have my big Heaven and Earth design here that is using black. So, and it's getting close to needing topping up. So I'll throw these in there. And they can go in that one. Because 310 is the only one. It's actually in this other diamond painting as well. But it's the only one that I keep in a separate bag because I have so many of them. Okay, so we've got two colours away. Now we go on to what normal people do when putting their spares away, which is just my regular spares box. So this is my 100s to 600s in squares. This is probably the emptiest box I have. The rest are rather jam-packed, but that's got a 200 in it, that's got 300s. This is the only thing, the numbers aren't in any particular order. That's got a 200. So I sort of keep going through the strips as I go along, but we have 200s here. So 209 is my first one, and that one can go in. And then I just check the rest of the numbers on the box. I don't have any 300s, so we'll pop that in there. 209, then I have 211, and then I don't have any more 300s on that strip, so I can bob that away. 211. Okay, then we have 300. I've not got many in here. This one is definitely a number in my big Heaven and Earth design. So most of my spare diamonds for that would be in there. We do have a 400 on this one, so I'll put it to one side. Then we have 307. I'm not particularly doing these in order anymore. So 307. Pop that one in. Don't end up with too many leftover diamonds from these because of course they don't use many in the first instance. 307, and then I've got a 304. And by taking the numbers off as I go along, one, it's not a tedious process at the end, because peeling a bucket ton of stickers off can be tedious. And also it helps me to keep track of what I've done and what I've not. I'm not looking at countless numbers. So do we have any other 400s? So we've got a 400 there. And that's it for 400s. So number 400, again, that's another one that's in my Heaven and Earth design. Get used to the numbers when I'm doing my big Heaven and Earth design so often. I get used to all the numbers that are in it. So 400, and then I want 436. That one's a bit fuller. Got a few different shades in there. So I do put them all together regardless of shade. There are a couple of reasons I keep my spares. One is my Heaven and Earth design projects. And if I do find, I tend to, when I pick a Heaven and Earth design pattern to do as a diamond painting, I do make sure that I pick, oh, I've just missed a 100. I do make sure that I pick a pattern that can cope with different shading. So not something that has big blocks of solid colour, so that the shading doesn't look too bad if they are a little bit off. I try and pick it that way. Okay, I think that's all the 500s, but I've just noticed I do have 151. Luckily, I still have the box out, considering I missed that. Yeah, so I keep them for my Heaven and Earth design, which I make sure that they can cope with different colours. And then I also, if I need them for a diamond painting that's run out, I will just tip them into a tub and pick the closest according to the painting I'm doing, because the painting I'm doing could use any of those shades that are in my spares, and there's no way of knowing which one it's going to use. I know some people do match them up to the official DMC chart so that they in effect renumber them if the shading is off. However, if I ran out of one and the shading was off, I would have to go through that whole process again to find the right colour. So I just find it easier to shove them all in together. Most of them, they do quite well. There's only a few shades that tend to be really off or a lot different to others. Okay, so that's the 500s done, and I've caught up with the 100s. So we've got 600s on this one, and this one, and this one. This is obviously our big one, is the 600s. So maybe let's see if I can get these in some sort of order. But we'll start off with top of the shop. Can you see I've got a couple of different shades in there? Oh, I've got a rogue diamond as well. But let's bob in 600. It's getting pretty full. And I've got 601 also in this one. This is obviously where a lot of the pinky colours for the Love collection are, is in these 600s. But we've got no new colours to me yet. So 601, then I want 603. Again, another one with a couple of different shades in from previous kits. What I also limit myself to in my spare storage, and this is my personal preference, is I limit myself to one bag of diamonds per spare colour, unless I'm already keeping them aside for a Heaven and Earth design. I do realise that if I do another Heaven and Earth design in the future, I may not have enough diamonds. If I actually need thousands, I could have potentially given them away. But what goes around comes around. So I'm often giving away diamonds. In fact, you should see my extras box. It's gone really down. Loads of them have been given away. But people have sent me diamonds for my Heaven and Earth design. So what goes around tends to come around, and I tend to get the diamonds I need from lovely people that are willing to share. So I do the same. And I find it all works out in the end. Okay, so that's 608. Then we have a red, which is all the sixes. That is a pretty full bag, but these kits don't tend to have a lot in them. So a lot of spares because they, you know, they're small paintings. So there's lots of small amounts of colours being used. So that's 600, and then top of the 600s of 699. And that box should be done. So they're all 700s, so I'll keep hold of those, and I'm going to do a double check that I've not missed any other numbers. So we've got a 700, 9s, 3000s, 700, 9s, 3000s and 9s. So we're okay to move on to my second box. This one is a lot fuller. This one holds my 700s, 800s and 900s. I only have a little bit of space in my 800s at the moment. But let's go this way. So 728 is my first one, which is a yellow with definitely a couple of different shades in there, depending on the dye lots. And then we actually don't have any 800s, so let's keep my 900 out. Then we've got 741. Nice orange, yellowy orange. And I try and flatten them down before I seal them up at the top. That helps to keep my spare storage a bit flatter. I think if I kept every diamond that I had, I would be in a 4th or 5th box for my spares already, which I did used to do. I did used to keep hold of every diamond. I just got so many. That's when I decided to limit myself to 1 bag per colour, and anything over that goes into my giveaway box. So 780, and I have a bag in for every single colour, whether I've got the colour or not, and I have got my pretty little labels on them from our shop. I've got my pretty labels on my divider cards as well. Here's another one that's pretty full, but because we've only got a small amount, I'm going to throw it in anyway. It'll fit. It's not full enough that it's not going to go in there. Make sure it goes down. And we've got another row done. So there's the 700s, 900s. We've got quite a few of these. So where are we going to start? 906, 907. There we go. Let's try and go in order. So 906. Lovely green. You can tell this has probably been in a PaintGem mini set before, because I have little pieces of dryer sheets from some previous kits that had more static issues than the ones do now. But we're really getting these emptied. 907. I must say, I do love the fact that they now come with the stickers for each set. I find it makes it a lot easier kitting up, and they're really nice stickers, so they do come off really well. I've not found they give me any problems with residue or anything like that. Then I want 945. Peachy. Keep that one aside because that's my 3000s. 956. 956. Not had any new colours though. I think I had new colours last time. There's still time. There's still time for a new colour. I'm just going to pull up 957 while I'm here because I need that one next. That one's done. 957. Thought that might have been new then, but no. It's just not got many of them, and we definitely have two different shades with that one. Ever so slightly different. Another pot done, and then last of the 900s is 963, which is pretty full. Throw these in the top. 963. I think there's going to get a time soon when I'm going to have to spread these out a little bit more. I might have to move a couple of the 900s over there. See if I can keep them in the separate boxes for a bit. Okay, so 900s are done. And last, but by no means least, are my 3000s. Have a little bit of room here. Not so much over here. But 3078, that is pretty full, but again, because it's only a few, I'll just squeeze them in. 3078, then we jump to 3770, which again is another pretty full one. Looks like the first one I had was a different colour to the rest. Which does this one match? This one matches more the first colour that I had. So I've got a little bit of a stripe going on. Where are we? 3770. And last, but by no means least, 3837. Nope, no new colours. No new colours in this set. I suppose it was bound to happen. Especially after doing so many PaintGem mini sets. There was bound to be a time I didn't have any new ones. Let's get rid of that little bit of rubbish. Get the sticker off. Been a little bit of a pain, that last one, but there we go. I have de-kitted all my diamonds. I don't need to wipe the tops of my bottles with Goo Gone or anything. They're all looking really clear. So stay tuned. There will be a video soon where I pop all of these into my display binder and class this kit as fully done. But for now, the diamonds are away, and once I've de-kitted those, I'll be able to kit up a new one. But just to show you actually, Mike, because I did bring in my spare diamonds. My spares diamonds box is looking very, very empty. This is my round diamonds. I shared some round diamonds with somebody. And yeah, my round diamonds are looking very lax for my extras, as are my squares. They did roll into this second pot. So I've definitely been doing really well at passing diamonds on to others recently. Most of my diamonds in here are 3756 because of one painting I did. An Ever Moment painting that used this for a load of the background, and Ever Moment always gives so many extras. I must have ended up with 4 or 5 bags of extras just from one painting. But apart from that, seems to be a lot of, well, there's a couple of bags of 823, some 817, and a few other colours. But yeah, there's definitely room to add more in there. But yeah, Love Edition is de-kitted. I say stay tuned, and I will be getting the paintings themselves into a display book and you can see what they look like fully completed. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.